Picture this. It's the first week of October, and you're fired up to tackle your New Year's resolution. You've promised yourself to hit the gym 5 times a week, meditate daily, or finally learn that new skill you've been putting off. But after a few weeks, life gets in the way, motivation starts to fade, and the habit you were so eager to build just slips away. Sound familiar? The truth is, most people struggle with being consistent. We start strong but quickly fall back into old patterns, leaving us feeling frustrated, like we're always falling short. It's easy to blame a lack of time or energy, but deep down we know the real reason. We're not forcing ourselves to be consistent when it truly matters. Epictetus, one of the great Stoic philosophers, once said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." This simple advice reveals a powerful truth. If we want to change our lives, we must first change our daily actions. Consistency isn't about feeling motivated all the time. It's about showing up even when we don't feel like it. In this video, I'm going to share practical steps grounded in Stoic philosophy that will help you force yourself to be consistent, no matter the circumstances. Stick around, because by the end, you'll have a roadmap to transform your habits, your mindset, and ultimately your life. Consistency is the secret ingredient behind every great achievement. It's not about doing something perfectly all the time, but about showing up, day in and day out. Think of consistency as the bridge that connects where you are now to where you want to be. Whether it's building a new skill, transforming your body, or mastering your emotions, nothing worthwhile happens overnight. It's the small, repeated efforts that create big changes over time. The Stoics understood this deeply. For them, true strength came from daily practices, rituals that sharpened their minds and toughened their spirits. Marcus Aurelius, for instance, would remind himself each morning of the challenges he might face and the virtues he needed to embody. This wasn't just about motivation. It was a commitment to live by his principles every single day. But why is consistency so important? Because it builds momentum. Each time you take a small step toward your goal, you're not just moving forward. You're reinforcing the belief that you can do it. You're training your mind to recognize that you are someone who follows through, even when it's hard. And here's the thing. Consistency doesn't mean perfection. There will be off days. But the Stoic approach is to get back on track quickly, without self-judgment. The goal is progress, not perfection. Steady, deliberate effort that adds up over time. Step 1. Set clear goals. It's easy to say, I want to be more consistent, but without a specific target, how will you know if you've succeeded? The Stoics understood the power of purpose. Epictetus said, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. It's about being intentional with your actions, directing your efforts towards something meaningful. Start by defining exactly what you want to achieve. Make it specific and measurable. Instead of saying, I want to read more, try, I will read 10 pages of a book every day. By being precise, you create a clear pathway, eliminating any ambiguity. This clarity helps you track your progress and keeps you accountable. Setting smaller, achievable goals is also essential. Break down a larger objective into daily tasks or weekly targets. Think of it like laying a brick every day. Eventually, you'll build a strong wall. Marcus Aurelius didn't become a philosopher-emperor by wishing for greatness. He became one through consistent, daily practices aimed at cultivating his mind and character. So, take a moment to reflect on what areas of your life you want to improve. Write down your goals, review them each morning, and let them guide your daily actions. When your goals are clear, your consistency becomes a matter of discipline rather than chance. Step 2. Embrace discomfort. One of the biggest barriers to consistency is our natural tendency to avoid discomfort. We crave comfort and pleasure, and when things get tough, we often find excuses to quit. But the Stoics believed that true growth happens when we step outside of our comfort zones and willingly face challenges. Seneca famously said, difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. Discomfort isn't the enemy. It's a necessary part of the process. Think about it. Every great achievement, whether it's building a business, mastering a skill, or transforming your body, requires discomfort. It's the hard work, the discipline, and the sacrifice that set apart those who succeed from those who give up. The key is to see discomfort not as a signal to stop, but as an opportunity to grow stronger. So, how do you start embracing discomfort? Begin with small, deliberate acts. Try taking cold showers, fasting for a few hours longer than usual, or waking up an hour earlier than you're used to. These voluntary discomforts are simple, controlled ways to train your mind to become resilient. Remember, it's not about punishing yourself. It's about conditioning your mind to accept and even welcome challenges. When you consistently push through discomfort, you build the mental strength needed to stick to your commitments, no matter how difficult the journey becomes. Step 3. Build small habits. When it comes to consistency, the key is to start small. Too often, we set out with ambitious goals like, I'm going to work out every day for an hour, or I'll meditate for 30 minutes daily. While these goals are admirable, they can be overwhelming and lead to burnout. The Stoics understood the importance of gradual progress. Marcus Aurelius, for example, didn't sit down to write a massive philosophical treatise in one sitting. Instead, he wrote in his journal daily, small, consistent reflections that ultimately became the meditations. By starting with small habits, you reduce the resistance to getting started. Think of it as planting a seed rather than expecting a full-grown tree to sprout overnight. If you want to build a habit of reading, start with just 5 minutes a day. If it's exercise, commit to a simple routine like 10 push-ups every morning. The goal is to make the habit so small that you can't say no to it. Once the habit becomes ingrained, you can gradually increase the intensity or duration. You'll be amazed at how these tiny steps add up over time. What seems insignificant at first can lead to significant changes in your life. The Stoics believed that excellence is not an act but a habit, something we do consistently, not occasionally. So, ask yourself, what's one small habit you can start today that, if done consistently, would make a difference in your life? Start there and commit to doing it daily. Remember, small efforts made consistently will always outperform big efforts made sporadically. Step 4. Track your progress. Tracking your progress is essential if you want to stay motivated and consistent. It's like having a map when you're navigating unfamiliar territory. Without it, you're just wandering around, hoping you'll get somewhere. When you keep track of your habits, you create a clear picture of where you are and where you're heading. It allows you to see the small wins that can easily go unnoticed, like hitting your daily step count or completing a 5-minute meditation session. These small victories add up and serve as proof that you're moving forward, even if it feels slow. The Stoics believed in regular self-reflection, using techniques like journaling to assess their daily actions and thoughts. You can adopt a similar approach by logging your habits in a journal, on a calendar, or through a habit tracking app. Seeing a visual record of your progress, whether it's a streak of days you've hit your goal or a graph that shows your improvements over time, can be a powerful motivator. It's a reminder of the effort you're putting in and a source of momentum to keep going. But remember, tracking isn't about perfection. It's about awareness. If you miss a day or slip up, don't beat yourself up over it. Instead, use it as a chance to recalibrate and get back on track. Progress isn't a straight line. It's about the overall direction you're heading. So, keep your eyes on your progress, not just the occasional stumble. Step 5. Reframe setbacks as learning opportunities. Now, let's talk about setbacks. We've all experienced them. Those moments when we stumble, fall off track, or completely lose our motivation. It's easy to let these setbacks define us or convince ourselves that we've failed. But what if we shifted our perspective? In Stoicism, there's a powerful concept known as amor fati, which translates to love of fate. This means embracing everything that happens to us, including setbacks, as necessary parts of our journey. Instead of viewing setbacks as failures, we can see them as invaluable learning opportunities. When you encounter a setback, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Maybe you mismanaged your time, or perhaps you set a goal that was too ambitious. Whatever the reason, take a moment to reflect. This reflection not only helps you understand what went wrong, but also equips you with the knowledge to make better decisions in the future. Think about it this way. Every successful person has faced setbacks. What sets them apart is their ability to adapt and grow from these experiences. So, the next time you find yourself facing a challenge, remember, it's not the setback that matters, but how you respond to it. Embrace the lessons, adjust your course, and keep moving forward. After all, consistency is about progress, not perfection. Now that you've learned some powerful strategies to help you become more consistent, it's time to put them into action. I want to hear from you. In the comments below, share your experiences with consistency. What habits are you trying to develop, and what challenges have you faced? Let's create a supportive community where we can inspire each other to stay committed. I also challenge you to choose one habit you're going to focus on for the next 30 days. Could be something small, like journaling for 5 minutes each morning, or exercising 3 times a week. Whatever it is, write it down and hold yourself accountable. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I'll be sharing more insights into Stoicism and personal development that can guide you on your journey. Finally, check out these related videos that can further support your growth. Together, we can master the art of consistency and transform our lives. Remember, it's not about perfection. It's about progress. Let's embark on this journey together. As we wrap up today's discussion on the power of consistency, let's take a moment to reflect on what we've learned. Consistency is not just about discipline. It's about cultivating the right mindset and habits that propel us toward our goals. We explored the importance of setting clear, achievable goals and how they serve as our compass on this journey. Remember, it's perfectly okay to embrace discomfort. Each challenge you face is an opportunity to grow stronger. We also discussed the significance of building small habits. By starting small, we create a foundation for long-term success. Tracking your progress can be a game changer, providing the motivation you need to keep pushing forward. And when setbacks occur, and they will reframe them as valuable lessons. The Stoics remind us that true strength lies in our ability to adapt and learn from life's obstacles. So, I challenge you to pick one habit you want to develop and commit to it for the next 30 days. Share your journey in the comments below, and let's support each other in this pursuit of consistency. Remember, the path to mastery is a marathon, not a sprint. Embrace the journey.